Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new. Thanks for sticking with me even though I'm currently not pulling 100% of the content I usually do due to issues at work, for example, where we are not short-staffed, but some people are sick, and this means that we have to do a bit more on other parts. So yeah, my content is a bit less because I have to focus a bit more on other stuff to do. This is why last week there was no content and why this week there is a bit less content, and it is a bit late. But thanks for sticking with me. I'm really grateful that you're here, and I will tell you a bit about this video. As you can see, this is a screenshot, or a reduced screenshot of the game Super Dungeon Tactics, which I'm currently doing a playthrough on my channel. So if you are interested in what this is about, you can look this up. It has its own playlist, so you can just watch the whole playthrough, or most of it to this point, and more to come. So the figures are these cute anime-esque chibi figures, and I'm kinda working on the idea in this case is to work on a figure that is in that style. This is a very rough first draft that you see here. This is basically a work in progress. I'm nowhere near finished with this, and this is just a first beginning of the whole thing. What I'm doing right now is building the base body. This will be very rough. This will be very simple, mainly because I'm just playing around. I'm just trying to get a feel for how to sculpt the body. As you know, or as those who frequent my channel know, the idea to create my own human body as a 3D base model is something I want to do, and this is just see it as some kind of exercise. Here's another example. You can see the shape is very chibi-like, big head, very simple features. Most of this is actually drawn, is actually textures and bump maps, and there is very little to the actual detail of this. There is enough detail, but many of this is very simple. The figures, for example, in the game do not have running animations. They are basically just moved by the player from square to square, where they are dropped, and they have very simple attack animations. Speaking of, this model is not even finished yet, so this is really basically a first draft, first base thing that I will have to iterate on. It is very low poly. It is very simple in its in the model, and it needs much more time to be done. So we are nowhere near finished. It's something I want to just do. It's something I want to play around with, because I also want to look at this into 3D prints. I'm currently doing 3D prints of some of my content. I will probably at some point do a video about this when I have actually more printed that I'm comfortable showing. But yeah, same thing in game. You can see the models are very simple. They have some kind of small idle animation, but overall they're very simple in their design. Very tiny, very easy shapes. So I'm trying to go for this. Referencing the barian here relatively often because you can see a lot of the body. There's no like clothing that is obstructing, like for example the robes of the cleric, who are making it difficult to actually check the whole body in itself. So what I'm really doing here is just really just giving it a base shape, so I have something to work off on, which I can then iterate on and play around with. more of this to come. This is something that I did this week, which means less of the usual content. As for the rest of the month, there's obviously a few normal or a few clothing models I want to make, which I will do. I will further on this single project. I've saved it so I can or I will keep working on it. I want to finish this project on a state where I'm actually happy with. Here's another angle of the same thing. I basically just screenshotted the very start of a mission, so I can have a slight view into the character designs. Relatively unsure if the models are, if each model is individually designed, or if they used the base body and just slapped a few textures on it and put the individual clothing on it. I'm not really sure how they did it. And I'm doing this for myself and my own ideas anyway. So this is just an adaptation. It's just just reference material, basically. I'm not trying to redo the work that is already done. I'm not trying to create the same model again. Just something referencing it, more or less, or something that is similar to it. Yeah. At this point, in this video, I'm basically just finishing the base body shape. It doesn't even have hands at this point. The feet are, as you can see, very, very, very simplistic. The whole thing is very low poly. This is in no way or form finished. Yeah. And I'm really just playing around, trying to find out what's even possible. I mean, there's a lot of stuff possible, obviously, but I have no idea, or I have only a slight idea of how to do it, where to go, and I want to further this. And you can see this is very, very rough, very, very, very all over the place. But it's just something that I want to play around with and try out. So bear with me here. We'll see more results of this, hopefully someday in the current going month or in the near future. And that's basically it for this week, or for this video. I will have usual content going on the weekend, so stay tuned for that. Until then, stay healthy, stay safe, and I hope I will see you guys around.